When celebrating a birthday, there is usually coffee, cake, and heartfelt hugs. Due to COVID-19, things are different. Yet today is a special day. The United Nations are turning 75. Happy birthday, dear United Nations. And I'm delighted you are all joining, at least virtually, in today's celebration. When people turn 75, they look back on an eventful life, on highs and lows, on crises and successes, on good and bad days. The same holds true for the United Nations. From the ashes of the war, the nations of this world created an order of peace. The United Nations are defending human rights, are delivering humanitarian aid, are bringing peace to conflict. The blue color of the United Nations turned into a color of hope on the helmets of the peacekeeping forces, on the aid packages in the refugee camps. And yet, we cannot close our eyes to the current challenges to multilateralism and the United Nations. The deadlock in the Security Council, the attacks on the International Criminal Court, and the so far disappointing results of the United Nations climate summits. Today, the very idea of an international community is on many issues more aspiration than reality. But the validity of universal values does not depend on whether they are always and everywhere upheld. Universal values are not a pipe dream. Giving up on the ideal would be dangerous for all of us, for small and for large nations. Nationalism is a dead end. It is a dark and dangerous path to take. However, nationalist, illiberal, and authoritarian voices are on the rise. International law and human rights are challenged in far too many places. I'm concerned when member states are threatening to withdraw from international bodies like the World Health Organization. The corona pandemic is threatening our health, and the climate crisis, the very survival of humankind. So today, we need more, not less international cooperation. For global crises, we need global answers. This pandemic is only over when it is over everywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, to unite these nations on the earth for peace and justice, for a planet worth living on, for universal human rights, this was and remains the task of the United Nations. We need the United Nations more than ever, but we cannot take them for granted. That's why we need people like you, who stand up for the United Nations and who strive to make them better and stronger, who are joining forces to work on the global order of tomorrow. I wish you all the best for your workshop.